Hello, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for your patience. Well, I want to thank God at least back to studio, mini studio, where we are managing the the, the the broadcast. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all of you. I know you have been the internet have been very one kind. In fact, let me quickly tell you, I had to fix my phone. I had to format it. Wow, so painful because a lot of things were there. I tried to back up. At least I backed up not less than 80%, 80% to 95, 90% really, 90% really, because I've been able to back it up to a level before now. Before even I know that maybe I will format or not. So I didn't even know I will format, but I always like to keep my records, keeping it, copying it, and keeping it, and all that, having recklessly. So we are still on the video. This morning, I trust God to help us to go far, on this today, this morning. But if not, no problem. We'll do the little we can. Okay, we'll do the little we can, and be able to walk through those valleys of shadows of death and fear no evil. Okay, fear no evil. No, we fear no evil. Excuse me. We fear no evil. So those are the fundamentals, really, fundamentals of what we need to do, how we need to do it, how it's supposed to be done, and where we need to stay. When you are staying on the very deep things, when you stay on the very video, because when I was looking at the whole thing yesterday, I was like, wow, this is becoming. I was just thinking it's going to be something small, talk about it as usual. But when I saw, after talking with us, I later do a research, and I saw a serious debate. I saw a serious challenging debate on this topic. And I said, wow, I can't just pass it by. I just have to do something. When we're going to talk about the video advantages, disadvantages. I say, these people, you're so combat about this thing. You are so much, and I promise you this week I'm going to give us quite a number of sizable things, semantics, words used in them. So sorry about that. I saw this thing and it's quite interesting to read out for you. Uh, a serious word, a serious thing for themselves, even to the cinema. What I believe, even that the video camera and using the copy range, the film situated, things like that, and I will just read it for you here. There have been technical quality compared. There have been things that I've mentioned to us when I told us about those things last week, and I told the film is suited to the high definition system, and I told the NTSC each country, and I also talk about copy with brightness range, that one is ash, another one is this something. But let me, because of some people recently, video cameras simply could not handle the brightness range of film. The film remembered the 30 to 1 brightness range limitation to video, and that people like, wow. And we have a CCD cameras are manually set up as opposed to relying on automatic setup. You now have automatic. I think I need to show camera this morning. Just that will enhance a lot of things, please. Okay. So let me show you some camera. The video. These are video cameras. Okay, these are video cameras. I'm talking about the range of light, the kind of brightness that they can have. All right, that they can have, and like you also have this. You have this DSLR. Okay, so you also have this. These are video cameras. These are video cameras. You see them? Okay. So this one doesn't have a lens to fix, but you have to fix a lens here. You can remove the lens. Okay. So okay. Now I just want you to see the video cameras, because by the time you're talking and people are just talking, you can have the understanding of, okay, this is what the things I'm saying. These are part of the things that, okay, things being good and all that. Okay, do we get it now? So this is very, very important for you to see. Then I will be explaining some things later. Okay, thank you. Because I discovered that I'm just talking, and I need to show some practical things. And by the grace of God, tomorrow and next tomorrow, I'm going to be showing you all the things I've promised us. I'm going to be clarifying some things for you. And there is a CCD camera. That's it. That will make me to go where you'll be able to see what is going on. Okay, you'll be able to see what is going on. This is another one here. This is zone. Yeah. Okay. All right. Then I have an LCD the monitor. Okay. Then, as a result of experience with professional tube-based camera, many producers concluded that film had a major advantage over the film. However, when the latest generation of professional CCD camera are manually set up, I was supposed to rely on automatic setting. Okay, brightness, range comparable. There's an LCD that I showed you. Also, all of them have different kind of thing. This one have a 24 megapixel. Okay, you can. I don't know whether you can see it. Let me see if you can see it. Okay. This is okay. Okay, this is it. Okay, yeah, you see it. Okay, so that one is a digital. It's called digital video camera. Can you see here on it? Digital video camera. Okay, even Canon, all right, is majorly for still at the beginning, but I begin to put the video pattern into it. So in addition to brightness, range, there's also the issue of tonal rendition, the tone. And I told you about ash and all the tone, the different tones and colors to be reproduced. And that's how people begin to say, let them look for the film leak. And they have like single camera, multiple camera production differences. You know, purely technical consideration aside, the primary underlying differences between the film and the video lies in the way it is shot. It is shot. So film is normally shot in a single camera style. Do you get it now? I keep on telling people, go out at the time. Some people say, can't we use 3-4 cameras together? I say from Nigeria to America to anywhere to Hollywood, we follow as a standard. They use only one camera. Okay, because at that time the film, the cellular is not so easy for anybody to come by, and you have to think about it very well. But let me go on so that I won't jump ahead of time. So film is normally shot in a single camera style, and video is normally shot with a multiple camera production approach. Now, if I have this kind of camera, like 15 of it, I can take my shot. If I have a 15 shot, and I will place it in a very good place with the space that nothing will cross that set. The same thing if I have the DSLR. If I'm using a DSLR, it must be the same thing, the same setting, the same number, the same name, and I can have 10 or 5 on set, depending on if there is a special effect. Okay, so and in film, each scene can be carefully set up, stage, lit, rehearsed. That one is the major, because you have the 6 to 10 minutes, and that 6 to 10 minutes, you're still going to leave some few seconds at the beginning, some few seconds to the end of the tape. So you can't just do everything on the tape. You just have to make sure that you are having a setup in a very, very good good way. Okay, in a very, very good way. Set up in a very, very good way, as I've said. Okay, now another thing is that you must say, before you can, that's why they say don't do point and shoot. Look at it. You don't do point and shoot. You don't just point and shoot. All right, put it there. You don't do point and shoot. You don't just do like this and begin to do like, you know, the video I showed you yesterday. Begin to do like this. You begin to do like this. You understand? You don't do like that. You understand? You don't just do para. Okay, let me put it on. Okay, I don't want to. Let me just go on so that it don't distract me. Okay, now, so generally a number of takes are made of each scene, and the best one is edited into the final production. So as they strive for perfection in today's high-budget feature film productions, some directors reshoot scenes many times before they are satisfied. So possibly the record is held by one well-known film director who reported shot the same scene 87 times. 87 times. 87 times. Can you imagine? 87 times. It's only on video level you can do take 1, take 2, take 2, take 3, 4, take 87. For film, you dare not do that. Hey, there is no take. You must get it at once. And if you don't get it, you know you're wasting tape, and it's part of the money. So, quite in the contrast, the video is generally shot with several cameras covering several angles simultaneously, and instead of lighting being optimized for one camera angle, it must hold up for 3 or more camera angles at the same time. That is why 3-point lighting is actually the beginning of a lighting. Because a lot of us, even when I started, 3-point lighting, practical lighting, fourth lighting, we are shouting all those things because then you are fresh from the understanding, you are fresh, not knowing it, saying, at last I got this thing. Okay, like that, I'm using only one light, but I'm using 3-point lighting. I'm having one from the window here, I'm having one here, okay, and I'm having one here, okay. The field light, the only one I didn't have is a backlight, okay. And if I have the backlight here, we have been so much, make sure that you don't see. Even as I'm talking right now, the resolution of my camera and that of the output of the Facebook is, I'm seeing it. So it's changing. The color is changing. Okay? So you can see all those ones, and you can also, okay, these are the things that we need to understand. Yeah, if you're just joining, if to this is your first time of joining, this is a special drama film school online, the first of its kind on Facebook Live. We want to appreciate all of you for joining. We want to appreciate you for being part of what we are doing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Really thank you for your life. Please, you can go ahead and invite your friends, your family, share this video. Okay, let's go. Quite in contrast, like I said, it can be shown in different things, and it must hold up for 3 or more camera angles at the same time. This means that it's generally lit in a rather flat manner, which sacrifices dimension and form. Okay, and with the exception of single camera production, multiple takes in video are the exception rather than the rule. So it is not the rule, it's an exception. So if you want to do 2-3 cameras unit, fine, why not? You can do it on a film. But the only thing that there must be very, you must have done it before, so that you yourself will not be shooting yourself inside the film. Okay, so film and video cost, the minute for minute cost of 16 mm and 35 mm film and processing is hundreds of times more than the cost of broadcast quality video recording. Okay, because unlike film now, tape is reusable. If I use it now, that's the card here. I think I've dropped the card. Okay, now if I've used that card now, if it's the tape, if it's the card, once I copy what is there, I can reuse it. For film, you can't reuse it. Once you print that thing, the roll is gone. You can't say, let me wipe it again, let me load it again. And no. That's another difference you need to see. And these are which result in a even greater saving for those people, because if I can have 64, 128 gig SD card, CF card, whatever card, or hard drive, I have about nothing less than 10 terabytes. Once I'm using it after some time, unless, because for me, for database, I love to have as many flash drive as many possible, as many SD card, standard definition card, as many database, or let me say storages, okay, the storage banks. Because one of the reasons why I said that is because each film, I just want each film to have its own data or something, so that at the end of the day I can put it on a 10 terabyte. We'll be now gather it and put there, and the master will be there with it. That's one of us. Okay, that's just by the way. So, but the tendency, like I said, thank you. So the tendency is that you can reuse it. Is there for is actually there for what do we call it? It's there for video, but it can also be a mixed blessing. Okay, and the tendency to reuse video tape means that the record of many events is lost when the tape is reused. But most time people are wised up. In those days, they just, especially in television station, they just write on it. But some of them even have a library where they just copy them into DVD. They keep it in the library or put it another VHS at that time and put it in the library. So this is the problem where attempts are made to do historical documentaries. And this happens in Nigeria, it happens all over the world, it happens everywhere. Offsetting the saving with video is the initial cost of video equipment. Depending on the level of sophistication, the initial investment in video production and post-production equipment can easily be 10 times the cost of film equipment. The cost of maintaining professional video is also greater because, just like I told you, just because I don't want to lose anything, I have to buy 10 terabyte, and all that. If it's a film stream, once I finish, I keep it somewhere. I bought it and I don't have anything. If I need it again, then I bring it out. So on the other, we have noted that there is a substantial cost saving in using video for post-production, like special effects, editing. For this and other reasons, film production intent for television are routinely transferred to videotape. So this transfer can take place as soon as the film comes out of the film processor. Okay, just like you see. Then the reversal of the negative film to a positive image, like I told you, complete the needed color correction can be done electronically as the film is being transferred to videotape. From this point on, the editing and especially are done by the video processor. Okay? The negative film is then locked away in a film vault and kept in a perfect condition, just like I explained. So even for the film production intended for theatrical release, major time and cost saving can be realized by transferring the film to video for editing. Once edited, the video tape is then used as a blueprint for editing the film. So the studio production standard is also then the so-called digital cinema or e-cinematography. E-cinematography. Can you write it out for me? Can you type it for me if you're hearing me? Can you type it for me? Okay? So when you begin to hear E this, E that, E this, E that, don't be afraid. E simply means electronic, okay? Electronic cinematography is rapidly, in fact, gaining ground right now, because that's why when people graduate from our training school, we don't tell them, oh, you graduate in cinematography. We say you graduate in digital cinematography, because I always tell them we are not using cellular. We have not used cellular to train you. If you have used cellular to train you, we can say, okay, bro, you graduated in cinematography. So, but we expose them to a lot of cameras we have and all that. And if you see something, we have to just get some things to explain details in those things, okay? To explain details in those things, to explain some things and tell them, okay, this is the mode, this is up, this is menu, look at this is what you do. Okay, press this. When you press this, it becomes this, and you begin to look at it and people say, is that part of what you need to do? Yes. So in case you're just watching, please tell us your name, your country, and you're watching from, okay? We are talking about the difference between the video and film, and it's still much more things I want us to do. So, and like I said, the electronics is rapidly gaining ground, and especially in the since it's becoming more most impossible to distinguish between the two when they are projected. Now that's the same thing, because people say, what of the phone? People use phone and all that. I say, see, it will become impossible unless I keep quiet. In fact, I told the person this editing for us, shooting and editing on smartphone on the ministry. I said, please stop putting it at the beginning again. It's because you're putting it at the beginning. Some people say, okay. When you put it at the back, Holy Spirit, it will shock them and say, no, let me go and watch again. No, it can't be. No, they died, they did something. By the time that will give them curiosity to watch again and say, wow. So it's something when you project the two, the one you use DSLR or the one you use as long as video, even with film, you look at it. Some people now put a color correction, some people now put a color and a camera feel, and wow, it becomes something else. Okay, so digital cinema seems to be moving towards the HD TV. All right, now it's moving, in fact, has moved towards UHD TV. Okay, UHD TV. Apart from HD TV, most of the full HD TV have HD. That's full HD TV. Then they move on to ultra. And the standard of this is 24 frame progressive. I love the P than I. Italist. Italists are not bad really, but I love progressive. That is the difference between them. Italists we always like, look at my hand now, that's Italist. You see, it's blurry, in a way, but this is progressive. Progressive is this. You see now, it's not losing anything. It's not losing anything, and you are seeing the picture. It's not losing anything. You are seeing the picture. It's not losing anything. You have seen the picture, and it's not blurry. It's not blurry at any point in time. That's progressive. So when you see, and you can also put some of these on 60i, 60 field interlaced, and the Sony camera on the left is capable of either of the thing, because we have DVC here. Okay, DVC camera. Okay, DVC camera, using digital video camera. Okay, and we have Canon. We have a Canon T5 here. Canon T5 here. Okay, now those who are after the film look prefer 24p. Several times I've seen people put 25, and I think I've addressed that. Some people put 25, and people say that you can drop one point frame, you can drop the one frame. Let me put it on 25, so if anything happens, it will be on the same. So since the progressive approach results in fewer artifacts. When it say artifacts, it means aberrations. Okay, and the higher resolution, I told you, I've explained that to you. The 24 frame per second, or which is called 24 fps. As a filmmaker, know this. Please help me write it down. 24 fps. FPS means frame per second. Frame per second. Frame per second, or second, right? Frame per second. Okay. So these are the things you need to look at, and that's the speed. FPM speed is also the same as film, even though the extra sharpness of video sets it apart from the film. That extra sharpness has been termed to too real by film purist, by film purist. Okay. However, compared to 25p or 60i or 35 fp, seems to do a better job of tracking motion, which means that zooms and camera movements, especially when done quickly, appear smoother. Either of this standard can be converted to film. Okay. At the same time, we are seeing the beginning of a move to digital projection. In fact, now I'm telling you, in the next 15, 10, 20 years, everything will be digitalized, because Facebook is even saying in the next 2-3 years, almost everything everybody wants to do, people will be doing away with typing self. So if you want to quickly tell your friend something, you come on video. Olu, please help me take my something. Even in the office, you begin to, everything will be like a video. Pow, and you say, hey, what is it? Please help me take that to your right. Okay, look to your right. Okay, oh, it's there. You know. So, and this is the beginning of a digital projection or movie theater that use video projection equipment. Everything is going digitalized, and distribute digitalized copies of films to theater by satellite represent numerous advantages. Because in those days you had to go to all those television stations. Right now you put link. Kai. When you are comparing these two things, as I said, it should prefer that matters. Okay, so will video replace film? That's the question. Will video replace film? That's the question. An educational loyalist asks a question. Okay, so would video replace film? Can you answer that question? What do you think? Or has it replaced film? Because right now, people like Sose director does not even use digital. He has not been shooting on digital camera. He has like made up his mind. He's not going to shoot on, just like some people say they're not going to shoot on VHS, and they never. Some people say they're never going to shoot on super VHS, and they never. And when the adult of digital is coming, okay, let's see, even when they see it, it's too small for them, very small, not heavy. And that's one of the things that if you want to know, a good lens, a very good lens, is going to be heavier. It's going to have weight. All right. In those days, that's the way you know it. Anyway, not in all cases, but in most cases, you know that if you want to see a very, very good lens, okay, it will be heavier. Okay, it will be heavier. It cannot just be something you want to throw away. So we soon replace the film for prime time TV production. Will this replace it? Well, an argument say yes. Eventually, just as it was eventually replace film in motion picture work. So The move is well underway, as evidenced at the 2000 Sundance Film Festival. And congratulations to my fellow believers who are Christian filmmakers who have been doing a lot of wonderful things, who have been doing powerful things. Christian film was shown this year in one of the oldest film festivals. They don't like showing Christian film, but this year they showed. Okay, so I think I will drop the information on this page. Look out on this page, not on this video, but look out on this page, www.fb.com/slash Oriade Paul-Esupofo. Okay, so let's go. But right now, Hollywood in quotes has a tremendous investment in film technology. All their lives is on technologies, on the film, is on everything. Film. They have done it already. But top creative personnel typically come from the film background. So, but as you have noted, things are changing, even primarily by new technology and modern economy. So things are really changing. Ron Whittaker is really giving a lot of it along the line of all these things. So you can even see the digital cinema, what he has really give for us. Do you get it now? So, and there are competition, because now the East cinema is now provided by many independent filmmakers, and major film competition are now have more entries on film than on video than film. But one thing is that the major disadvantage of the movie to digital cinema has to be video projectors. But the latest generation is based on projector images with a 4 megapixel resolution, twice that of previous generation. And you look at the detail possible with this projection and see that that's a very immense film projection. Now, the major stumbling block for digital cinema is the great initial investment in equipment, the projector and the associated computer. However, once this investment is made, your saving can be realized. Okay, so directors of photography in film often receive moving to video equipment. They don't like it. I told you, I made mention of Pastor Mustafa, okay, Raf Mustafa, who doesn't like all those one things. And you know, film can also have more saturated color appearance. Now everybody is now doing the same thing. That I told you, that everybody is now making sure that what they are doing is very unique. Now the future film, 28 days later, released in the mid 2003, okay, did very well at the box office and was shot with video equipment. By 2011, many feature films had been shot in high definition (IDEF) videos and then transferred to 35mm film for release in theaters. However, in many cases, this final step was not necessary. Many theaters have been equipped with video projection, especially with the show of 3D films, and those are the things that people are enjoying. Really, do you get it now? As you see a lot of challenges in this, as you see a lot of things, as you see a lot of sacrifices in what we are talking about, in what we are doing, we all need to understand that thing very well. And film, like I told you, you can go a long way. In fact, Larry Toppe, Senior VP Sony Electronics, says something. Say, by replacing film with videotapes and spending the production process, George Lucas saved at least $3 million on total Attack of the Clones. So you now see that people are not ready to change anything. Remember the way we started from. We started from 35mm film. Then we go to super 16mm. What do we call it now? Super 16mm film. Then we now go to the HD TV. We now go to DV cam. How many of you remember DV cam? So by the time we go to DV cam, we begin to, you know, after that one in Nigeria, we now go to the video, VHS, super VHS, before we now go live and all that. So if you look at it very well, you will see that it is a very major thing that all of us must understand. Now, let me give you the digital updates. According to National Association of Theatre Owners Trade Group, by 2012, more than 85% of the US's 4,044 theater, representing 36,000 161 screens had gone digital. And that's one of the people, when people say my film has entered cinema, is your film screened in over 30,000, even though it's over 1,000 screens, okay, have gone digital. Those that haven't, we have to either spend $60,000 or more for digital equipment, or to be forced to close, because soon movie will all be distributed on computer disc rather than film. Theaters that can't afford the move to digital are planning to close. Some after a decade of serving small town around the country. That's so bad. So not only do digital films, in quotes now, represent the major cost saving in duplication and distribution, but the technical quality, sharpness, and clarity of the image can be superior to film. Because these are like an existing technology that they are building on. That's just the thing. So that's why when people are saying this one is good, no. It depends on your perspective, what you believe, what you want. And that's why I don't want to join them in the argument. But as they ask me, Brother Paul, okay, if I can have all the things that is inside the film, in the celluloid, inside this thing, why not? Why not? So many film buffs, including many film and TV directors, still strongly argue this point of course. However, then Hollywood in court is 100% digital right now. This issue may only be a matter of historic interest, because many of them, they just want to keep the status quo, and they don't want to go another way round about it. Okay, another way around about it. I hope you're enjoying this class this morning. Many of the ones we have seen, we have not really enjoyed because of the internet, also because of the Qatari that was affecting me in previous videos before now. So I apologize for those videos. I would have then said, let me delete it and not let me put it in, but I felt that would still be cheating on you, because I gave my word on that and I'm supposed to keep my word. That's why I left it like that. Okay, please forgive me about that. Okay, now do we get what I'm talking about now? Do we understand what I'm talking about now? So you now look at how you can intermediate the digital step, how people have moved and they are moving, because like I told us, the video is really developing itself, and there are a lot of competitors now on the market, because a lot of things, in fact, some people combine the two. And like I was telling you, the directors of films, photographers, do not have to abandon all they have learned over the years with film camera lenses and all that. All those things are the same. They just metamorphoses. So if you have been trained as a filmmaker, as not as a digital filmmaker now, but as a filmmaker, please upgrade yourself. Learn something. The technique is the same thing. The skill is the same thing. Like when you say this, when they are editing, they are now editing a lot of things. In fact, Photoshop, in fact, CS3 is the least of anything. After Effects, Chroma Match, those are the things that people now begin to use. I watched a film, I think yesterday or so, at the hotel where they logged me, and I was like, wow. It's shot with a film. But I look at it, and you have to just see yourself and just see yourself beyond those things. And you have to look at it because you are saving costs, especially many of us who are Christian filmmakers who really don't have somebody giving us money, who really don't have anybody giving us some things. Then we have to go extra mile. We have to get extra mile. Even investors are giving you something, you have to look at it critically and say, okay, one of the things I need to do, why do I need to do these things and all that? Then you need to understand also the pros and cons of shooting movie and the pros and cons of shooting video, how film and video work. You need to understand it. You need to look at how the film look is achieved. I think what everybody's having after is filming look. Okay, film look. Okay, I need this thing, and post-production consider to each format. So before you start, you know what you want to end up to do. So don't just come and try and say, okay, let me do this and all that. You just have to understand what you want to do, how you want to do it, and why you are doing it. Okay, so these are the very, very fundamentals you need to pay attention to this morning. I think let me give you one more thing. Then tomorrow I promise to give you something. And next tomorrow I think I will give you a video in addition to what I have to give us. Okay, in addition to what I have to give us. And those are the things you need to really, really pay attention on. Okay? So attention on, which is very, very good. So let us understand that the analog angle, the video angle, the digital angle, really, even in the midst of the video, there are analog angle, there are digital angle of it. So, but everything was changing, everything was moving, everything was really, really. In the midst of this, I will talk about cellular. This cellular where Paul is mentioning. I think I will go to Wikipedia. And I read some things for you for cellular, because cellular, what is cellular? What is cellular? Those are the things that in June, by the grace of God, we do some short information, short movies, short things, so that you can know. And it's going to be great, because right now we need a lot of volunteers. The workload is much. Uh, the workload is much, but you just have to do the will of God. Okay. Those are the things. You have to understand how to make a movie, how to make a video. You have to look at the differences of the two, their works, and all that. So tomorrow I'll be doing some things in addition to that also. Thank you very much. Do you have a question before I go? Any question before I go? Any question before I go? Don't forget I mentioned interpolation yesterday, which is the computer mathematical way of interpret of the pixel image that will reduce some things and all that. And you have to understand the filming locations, the style and genre of the two. Let me be sincere with you. It's just like somebody's using Samsung and somebody's using LG. Okay, in production. If you know how to use phone very well, you use it very well. If you don't know how to use it, it becomes a problem. Okay, so thank you very much for your time. Thank you so much for your time. Monday through Friday, is 9:30 a.m. Nigeria time. Saturday and Sunday is 9:30 p.m. respectively. I want to appreciate you. Our Saturdays interactive, and please feel free to talk to me. Any question, any topic you want us to cover, please feel free to do that for us. Feel free to do that, and the Lord bless you in Jesus' name. Thank you very much. God bless you. Till another time. Have a wonderful day.